Thursday night Major League Baseball. It's a small card tonight. 2 games on the board, and I've got free plays in both of them for you tonight in Major League Baseball. We're talking Diamondbacks, Cardinals, and also Royals, Tigers. Free plays and analysis in both of your Thursday night MLB games coming up free for you right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Right back here on WagerTalk TV, and the winning continues. 6th straight winner in a row since the All-Star break last night on Wednesday. Perfect 6-0 sweep over the past week. I've been extra selective, and boy, has it paid off. And don't forget, it's not a fluke. We've had some monster runs in the second half of the baseball season over my 30-year career. In fact, over a decade ago, won 19 straight games in a row in late July. And, of course, a couple years ago here on WagerTalk.com, finished on a 52-24 run from this exact point the last week of July through the World Series. It's a great time to get on board. I'll have more information on my best bets and some special offers here in a moment. But let's look at the 2 games tonight for you free here on the Major League Baseball card. Getaway day on Thursday, if you will. Just 5 games on the board, and only 2 of them are in the nighttime card. We'll start with the one right-in game at the bottom of the schedule at 5:15 Eastern. It's a makeup game, Diamondbacks and Cardinals. And on the mound here for the D-backs, we do have Brandon Pfaadt. I fought the law, and the D-backs won. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about the total, actually, in this game. But Brandon Pfaadt on the mound for the D-backs. Michael McGreevy on the mound for the Cardinals. And I do think both pitchers are going to get lit up tonight. And I like the over in this game, currently 7.5. So it's a nice number. It opened as high as 8.5. We've seen some money coming on the under, and I disagree with that. I like the over 7.5 here. Some nice line value now over what I think is a too low of a total here. And if you look at the Cardinals lineup, they've had limited action against Pfaadt, but they have hit him well with a 3.12 batting average. And my pitcher projection ratings look for both of these starters to have ERAs around 4.5 tonight. So I do think there'll be some runs in this D-back Cardinal getaway game. And Pfaadt's been very mediocre this year, 4.6 ERA. McGreevy does have good numbers overall this season, with a 2.9 ERA, but the Diamondbacks faced him earlier, about a week ago on July 17th. In fact, just 6 days ago. He did pitch well against them, giving up just 1 run, but it's a quick turnaround spot for both of these teams as the D-backs and Cardinals played last week. And D-backs faced McGreevy 6 days ago. Cardinals saw Pfaadt just 5 days ago. So once again, some recent exposure. You always see guys hit better the 3rd or 4th time through the lineup. That's why pitchers start to struggle in the 5th inning. Well, this is a quick turnaround spot where they just faced him less than a week ago. It's a sneaky little angle, which I think favors the over tonight, over 7.5 between the D-backs and Cardinals at 5:15 Eastern. All right, let's look at your other night game tonight. This one in the American League at 6:40 Eastern, Kansas City at Detroit. Royals are having a terrible season, no question about it, just 43-60 on the year. But I always talk about how the All-Star break or a bye week in football, any other sport, can sometimes be a momentum changer and help teams that are struggling cool off hot teams. Well, that wasn't the case with the Red Sox. It doesn't always work. Red Sox remain red hot out of the break as we saw them set a franchise record yesterday with that 15th straight win in the first of the doubleheader. Kansas City, though, has played better since the break. In fact, if you go back to last week, since the All-Star break, they're now 5-1 straight up. So this is a team that was just 38-59 before the break. They're 5-1 since, but I'm not buying into it. I still think this is one of the worst teams in baseball. And if you look at their recent wins, even though they've gone 3-1 their last 4 games, they've scored 5 runs or less in each of those last 4 games. They have been getting by on some good pitching, except for that game in which they gave up 19 runs against the Padres. And Randy Dobnak is on the mound tonight. He only has 14 innings of work this year. He only had 5 innings of work last year. Yes, he has a solid 1.9 ERA, but once again, it's on just 14 innings of work this year. And he's only made 1 start all season, and he lasted only 4 innings. That's because he's a career reliever. In fact, he was out of the majors for a 2.5-year span a couple years ago and floating through the minors. This is a 31-year-old who is not a good pitcher, and I do think he'll have some trouble tonight. By the way, I believe he is from South Park, Pennsylvania, though. South Park, Pennsylvania. So we got a reliever starting tonight. That's always a red flag for me. It tells me the Royals probably don't think this is a winnable game or a game they're not taking as serious. And that could definitely be the case because Troy Melton is the opposing pitcher for the Tigers, and he's been one of the most underrated pitchers in baseball this season. 55 innings of work, and he has an excellent 1.8 ERA. And it's not a fluke. Last year in his rookie campaign, he threw 45 innings with a 2.8 ERA. He's been one of the best young pitchers in the American League the last couple years, and he also had good minor league numbers before that. Huge pitching edge here for the Tigers tonight. Home field, and also they're the better overall team. But it's priced into the line. Minus 210 is pricey. I would rather take them on the run line, get it down to -1.5 around even money, -105. So Tigers are the play, and I think the run line -1.5, -105 has some better long-term value for you tonight. Big edge with Melton over Dobnik at 6:40 Eastern. Hey, there you go. Quick hitter for you. The 2 nighttime baseball games free for you here on WagerTalk TV. If you found it useful, quick thumbs up like. That's all I ask. Thumbs up like. And if you're on your mobile device, click the hype button as well. It's so much fun. Don't forget, if you'd like to get these videos each and every day, the minute they're released, make sure you subscribe and you click the bell for instant notifications. Subscribe and click the bell here on WagerTalk TV for these daily free play video updates when they are released. So you can be the first to watch, and you can also be the first to comment below, because I do truly read the comments and I'll reply back. What are your thoughts on these 2 games tonight? Sides, total, player props. How are you attacking this small Thursday night baseball card? Drop them in the comments below. Hey, include some analysis if you have time so we can all learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. Now, it's a small card tonight, but as I mentioned at the top, I've been extra selective here since the All-Star break over a week ago, and we've gone a perfect 6-0 sweep heading into Thursday. Won again last night on Wednesday, 6-0 sweep to start the second half of the baseball season. It's not a fluke. I've got over 3 months of data. Historically, the second half of the baseball season is very strong. I've got a lot of situational analysis I use as well that starts to pop this time of the year. In fact, the best winning streak I've ever had in baseball during my 30-year career came about a decade ago as we won 19 straight games in late July in a row. Also, don't forget, 2 years ago here on Wager Talk, we doubled your bankroll from now through the World Series, up over 100 units from the end of July through the World Series just a couple years ago. In baseball alone, not to mention football, college and pro football starts in a month. Basketball just a few months away. It's a great time to become a direct subscriber at wagertalk.com, and there's some special offers that are still available. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free. Normally 3 days is $69, dude. Nope, you get 6 days for the price of 3. And it's stackable, which means you can buy multiple buy 3, get 3 packages and use them over the next several weeks and months. You can pick your start date on each one of them. So once again, buy several before this offer expires here in the next week. Buy 3, get 3 free is still available. No promo code needed. Or if you want a slightly longer approach, a more serious investment approach, how about the next 5.5 weeks through the start of college football? Every baseball best bet, NFL preseason, plus that first weekend of college football, everything for just $2.99. No promo code needed there either. Doesn't matter if you get a 1 week, a 1 month, or 1 year. Every client gets the exact same best bets I'm personally using each day. Same plays I've won with consistently for the past 30 years. I started in August of 1996. Next month is my 30th anniversary, and it's always been the same. If I'm using a game, every client gets it. Don't forget also, I put up a free play every day on my page. If you're new, if you're doing your own handicapping, make it part of your daily routine to go to my page and get that free play each and every day as well with analysis. Steve Merril, wagertalk.com, and hey, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. Follow me on social media also at Steve Merril. You know the deal. 2 R's, 1 L, MERRIL, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you also know there's more free play videos coming up next.